The room was quiet, too quiet for a moment that was about to change everything. Billie Eilish sat curled into the corner of a velvet couch, her oversized hoodie swallowing her frame as she absent-mindedly traced patterns on her phone screen. The faint hum of the city outside barely reached her, muffled by the thick glass windows of the penthouse. Across from her stood Nat Wolff, pacing, restless, like a storm building with nowhere to go. Something was off. Billie could feel it. "Nat, what's going on?" she asked softly, her voice careful, almost afraid of the answer. He stopped. For a split second, he looked at her the way he always had, like she was the only person in the world that mattered. But then something shifted. His expression hardened, like he had finally made a decision he couldn't undo. "I didn't know how to tell you this," he began, running a hand through his hair. "I've been trying for weeks, but there's no easy way." Billie's heart started pounding. "Just say it," she whispered. He exhaled sharply. "I accepted it." Her brows furrowed. "Accepted what?" Nat looked her dead in the eyes. "The offer. The project. The one overseas." Silence. It hit her, but not fully. "Not yet." "You mean, like a few weeks away?" she asked, forcing a small, nervous laugh. "You're acting like it's a big deal." Nat didn't smile. "It's not weeks, Billie." A pause. "It's a year. Maybe longer." Everything inside her froze. "What?" Her voice cracked, barely audible. "They want me to relocate," he continued. "It's huge. Career-defining. I couldn't turn it down." Billie stared at him like she didn't recognize him anymore. "A year?" she repeated, her voice trembling. "And you're just telling me this now?" "I didn't know how." "So you waited?" she snapped, standing up abruptly. "You waited until it was already decided?" Her breathing grew uneven, her chest tightening as the weight of his words finally crushed down on her. "You made this decision, without me?" she asked, tears already forming in her eyes. Nat hesitated. That hesitation said everything. And that's when she broke. Tears spilled down her cheeks before she could stop them. She turned away, covering her face as a sob escaped her lips, raw, uncontrollable. "I thought we were building something," she said through tears. "I thought we were, together in this." "We are," Nat insisted quickly. "This doesn't change how I feel about you." "Then why does it feel like you're leaving me behind?" she interrupted, her voice rising with emotion. He stepped closer, but she instinctively stepped back. That hurt him. "You don't understand what this means for my career," he said, frustration creeping in. "This is everything I've worked for." "And what about us?" she shot back. "What about what we've built?" The room felt heavier with every second. Billie wiped her tears, but they wouldn't stop. They kept falling, fast, relentless, like her heart refusing to accept reality. "You always told me I mattered," she said, her voice softer now, but somehow even more painful. "That I wasn't just temporary in your life." "You're not," Nat said firmly. "You're the most important person to me." "Then why does it feel like I'm the easiest thing for you to walk away from?" she whispered. That question lingered in the air like a wound neither of them could heal. Nat didn't have an answer. And that silence? It shattered her. Billie turned away again, her shoulders shaking as she cried harder, unable to hold it in anymore. This wasn't just about distance. It wasn't just about a year. It was about feeling chosen, or not. "I would have supported you," she said between sobs. "I would have been there for you. But you didn't even give me the chance." "I was scared," he admitted quietly. "Scared you'd react like this." She let out a broken laugh. "So instead, you made sure I had no choice." "But to." Another silence. Longer this time. Colder. "I don't know how to do this," Billie admitted, her voice fragile. I don't know how to love someone who's already halfway gone. Nat's face fell. I'm still here, he said. But not really, she replied, shaking her head slowly. Not in the way I need. Tears kept streaming down her face, unstoppable now. For the first time, Nat looked unsure, not about his decision, but about what it would cost him. I thought you'd understand, he said. I do understand, Billie whispered. That's the problem. She looked at him one last time, eyes red, heart exposed, completely shattered. I just wish you understood me too. And with that, the distance between them felt bigger than any ocean. Bigger than a year. Bigger than anything they could fix. Billie sank back onto the couch, burying her face in her hands as her cries filled the room, soft at first, then louder, deeper, breaking from somewhere inside her soul. Nat stood there, frozen. Watching the girl he loved fall apart, because of a choice he couldn't take back. And in that moment, success had never felt so empty. Performing arts Billie Eilish can't stop crying after Nat Wolff's massive announcement broken heart. The room was quiet, too quiet. Backstage at a sold-out arena in Los Angeles, Billie Eilish sat in front of a glowing mirror, her signature oversized hoodie draped over her shoulders, eyes fixed but distant. The muffled roar of fans chanting her name echoed through the walls, but tonight, it felt far away. Almost unreal. Something wasn't right. Just minutes earlier, her phone had buzzed. One notification. One headline. One moment that would change everything. And it involved only one person. Nat Wolff. Mobile phone, the announcement that shattered everything. Billie's hand trembled as she tapped the screen again, hoping, praying, it wasn't real. But there it was. A video. Posted just 12 minutes ago. Nat, standing on a dimly lit stage, guitar in hand, eyes filled with emotion. The caption read. It's time I finally tell my truth. Billie's heart began to race. She pressed play. Movie camera, I can't keep this inside anymore. Nat's voice cracked as he spoke. For a long time, I've been living between two worlds, one that everyone sees, and one that I've kept hidden. But I can't do that anymore. Billie's breathing slowed. Her chest tightened. She already knew. Or at least, she feared she did. Nat continued. I've made the decision to step away from everything, the music, the spotlight, all of it. I need to find myself again. And that means letting go of certain relationships that have meant everything to me. Silence. Complete silence. And then.